Hello everyone, Midnight Wolf here. Welcome back to Volt White. After, what, 2 months? Almost 3? Yeah, I don't have any excuse for that, so I'm just gonna pretend that everything is fine and let's get on with it. What do I want to do here? Alright, I'm gonna try. Actually, no, that's a bad idea. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna leave with you two for this. Let's do this. We're gonna have to deal with it. We're gonna have to talk to N first. First thing, and we're gonna do his fight immediately. Great way to come back to things, huh? Well, yeah, I guess so. Also, assuming future me isn't an idiot, you might notice things might look a slight bit different. I'll get into that later. I'll get into that at a later point, but yeah, things might look a little different. So, anyway, once N's done talking, we're gonna get into his battle here, and oh boy, it's a battle. Also, there's a crap ton of encounters to go over as well, but as soon as we're done with the end battle, I'm gonna go over those. But I don't want to. Usually, I don't like going over bios in the middle of a battle. So I'm gonna try and avoid doing that. Anyway, let's do this. Let's do this. Bring it in. First battle in the wild in this game. And you always gotta love the battle music he has. Alright. Maractus and Hippopotas is what he's gonna lead off with in a double battle, funnily enough. And we've got Sandstream to deal with as well, which is nice. So, okay, what I'm gonna do here, I'm more worried about the Maractus, so I'm gonna try and kill it first. Just get that thing off the field. Wow, that did absolutely nothing. Okay, how much does that do? Okay, I got a crit. Oh yes, oh yeah, that's right. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do Twister then. Twister and also Psybeam just in case Twister doesn't kill. It did not. Oh, I flinched it. Nice. That works. I will happily take that. Dig. That's probably on Curlia. Gligar. Alright. I know what the Gligar has. Alright. I'm gonna... That dig is gonna be on Curlia, so... Okay, I'm gonna Leech Seed the Gligar and I'm gonna get Curly out of there and switch in Avery for this. Just to take the dig. Alright. And got the Leech Seed off, which is nice, so we'll at least get some residual damage on the Gligar. Fury Cutter. On... Okay, that's fine. Dig, I was right, I was going towards Curlia. And I lived it. Alright. Alright. That's the case. Okay, Leaf Blade the Hippopotas, and I'm gonna try and get a Rock Tomb on Gligar. Alright, Leaf Blade. Got it! Got a crit. Nice. Royale's holding the Eviolite for this fight, by the way. Avery, feint attack on. Ah, damn. I was hoping you wouldn't go. I was hoping you would target Royale with acrobatics because I think Gligar has it, but I guess not. All right. Okay. This is a bit of an awkward situation because I know what else he has, and I'm not, and he could really go for anything. I'm gonna go Ampharos because I'm not... Larvesta! I was thinking you were gonna pick something else, but sure, that works. Alright. Alright, I don't need to worry about Gligar for the moment. I need to kill Larvesta first. I don't know what my hidden power type is on Ampharos, but I'm just gonna go for it. Actually, Shockwave might have been a better idea. Fury Cutter, that's 2. Actually, wait, no, that's 1 again. That's right, you did Feint Attack. And it's resisted. Okay, I did flinch you, I guess, which is nice. Lead Seed gives some health back, which is nice. Alright, Twister, and let's just do Shockwave this time. Alright, didn't flinch Gligar. This is 2 for Fury Cutter. Shockwave on Larvesta. Got it! Okay. Level 34. Alright, alright, level 35. Alright, what do we got? It's probably, if we can get through all these animations here. Yep, Golett, I was right. Alright, same thing. Target Golett with both of you. Leaf Blade. What do you got? Wow! Okay, there's Acrobatics. I knew you had it. I just was waiting for you to go for... Oh! Oh! What? So I've got hidden power fighting. Because Golett was immune to it. Interesting. Alright. Alright, let's kill the Golett. Ampharos, you literally can do nothing. Ampharos, you literally can't do anything here. So I'm gonna... I know I don't like using Revise normally in fights, but in this case I think it's fair. Also, Quick Claw popped, so nice. At least I don't have to worry about the Golett now. Alright, what does Gligar do? Feint Attack on Ampharos? Okay, that's not what I thought you were gonna do. Okay, Leaf Seed brings you down. Sigilyph is his final Mon. Alright, in this case, I'm just gonna double target Sigilyph and see what happens. Quick Claw again? Are you serious? Okay. Actually, wait, maybe I can outspeed the Sigilyph now with Ampharos. Maybe. Reflex, that's fine. Fury Cutter. Ampharos is gonna get a move off. Wow. Okay. Got it. Sigilyph's down. Maybe that. I guess I didn't need that revive after all. Oh, that. Alright. Ironhead and Ampharos, you did a good job. I'm gonna get you out of there so that way you at least get the experience for this. That was impressive. Feint Attack on. Why would you? You weren't even targeting Ampharos. What? Okay, and you threw that fight like an idiot. You had every opportunity you had a chance and you blew it. Calm Mind. I was gonna teach that via TM later, but sure, I'll take it. Alright. Sure, that helps. That helps. I hope I didn't miss a move at level 30 though, because Curly is evolving. Let me check. Am I wrong? Answer is no, I did not. Good. Alright. We are good. And N is beaten. And he's gonna throw down the challenge. Collect the badges from each area and head for the Pokemon League. That's the challenge. That's our goal now. We gotta go catch him. But before we do that, before we do any sort of catching up towards where N is going, we have some Pokemon. There are some Pokemon that can be caught on the 2 routes leading out of the city that we have that we can go to. Route 16, which is a dead end for now, and Route 5, which is where we'll be going after we beat the gym. I'm gonna choose to go over Route 16 first, since it's a dead end. I figure we might as well just cover that one first. So, with that out of the way, let's get started with Snake. What? It's just a snake. There's nothing to see here. No, really, there's nothing to see here. Ekans is just kind of mediocre. Even in a Drayano hack, this line does not really get anything really useful. Yes, it got a little bit of speed. Yes, it got a little bit of attack. But really, aside from that, it didn't really get anything. Did it really get anything at all? Not really. Kind of a letdown, honestly. Kind of a letdown, honestly. I really was hoping that this line would actually get something useful to match Viper, but nope. Nope, not really. Just a massive disappointment on for Ekans. Oh well, maybe this Snick will get something eventually, but not this time. How sad. Now, next up, Grenade. That's basically my go-to joke with this thing nowadays. It's either the walnut joke from Sugar Conroy or the discount grenade joke. But really, this thing is more than just a discount grenade. This thing is actually pretty solid. A pretty solid wall. Only weak to fire, and can set up moves it can set up spikes, stealth rock, toxic. It can set up basically any entry, most of the entry hazards that are popular in competitive, and just in general is just a really good mod for stalling. So I don't have anything bad I can say about this thing. It's pretty good. Oh, and I love the gimmick of giving this thing counter. That's just such a dick move to do to any physical attacker. I love it. And hey, Overcoat's a nice ability if you don't feel if sturdy isn't what you want. Although, then again, it's sturdy. Why would you not want that? Anyway, I'm rambling here. I'm rambling here. Don't worry about it. This thing is really good. You should really use this thing you should be using this thing if you can. Anyway, carrying on, we've got Skorupi. Yep, we get access to this thing right here, right now. This thing is good. This thing is very solid, and it's only weak to one type, ground. Granted, yeah, a lot of things can learn. Granted, yes, a lot of things can learn freaking Earthquake, but still, this line is really good. Gets a new move in Aqua Tail. Gets new moves in Aqua Tail, Night, and Storm Throw to work with. Drapion gets Night Slash on a more reasonable level, and in general, and Battle Armor and Sniper are really good abilities to play off of critical hits. Either you won't take critical hits, or you'll be the one dealing critical hits. Either way, this line is very solid, and this line's very solid. Didn't get any major changes, but really didn't need any major changes. This thing was fine already. So, regardless of that, I think that this line is good. This line is good to go. That's simple as that. I don't see any problem here. Moving on to the next Pokemon, though, Electrike. This one's a bit of a toss-up for me. In games where you can give it an actual fire move to work with, this line is pretty solid. Or just more type coverage moves in general, this line is really solid. Although sometimes you don't get that luxury. Sometimes you don't get that luxury, which can be really freaking annoying. But hey, at least in this one you have some stuff to work with. you get something. You get overheat and flame burst and flamethrower are always options. Not sure where, I don't remember where flamethrower it is off the top of my head. But hey, you do get access to overheat. I believe it can learn flame charge, and flame burst is at least a solid fire move to work with, so you can deal with those pesky grass types that get in your way. So hey, you got some stuff to work with. You got some stuff to work with on this one. So I think you're perfectly fine. And both of its abilities are pretty solid. Lightning Rod is especially good if you're playing with. Lightning Rod's especially good if you picked Oshawott as your starter, because you can play off of that. Because you can play off the AI going for an electric move and then get a free special attack boost. Pair that up with Charge Beam. If you pair that up with Charge Beam, you could really get some crazy high special attack in situations like that. So this one could be fun. You just gotta know how to play around your strengths and weaknesses here. Protect, I am not learning that. So don't worry about it. Alright. Next up, Combi. Alright. We come to this thing again. And you might be wondering what the hell I'm gonna say about this thing after what I said in Renegade. Really? This thing is okay. It's not the best bug flying type. There are probably better ones, but this one's a solid one if you aren't a fan of Butterfree, or maybe Venomoth. Regardless, this thing is okay. Not overpowered, not extremely good. It's just solid. It's just solid in general. Honeygather is, ironically enough, Honeygather is actually not a terrible ability for your Combi to have, because that becomes pressure. But also, another thing, if you for some reason find a male Combi and it has Honeygather, that's fine, because on Route 5, there's a woman that'll buy honey off of you for a little bit of money. It's not the best way to make money in this game, not by a long shot, but hey, it's something, so at least having that ability isn't completely and utterly useless. Having a male Combi, though, is still completely and utterly useless, so there's that. But anyway, the other ability, Hustle, will always become intimidated when it evolves. Aside from that, you're getting a decent attacker, but nothing extremely special here. Also, this is really stupid. The Minun was really stupid but funny. I just want to point that out. Anyway, moving on to the next Pokemon we gotta go over. Oh no. Why? Oh why? Oh why do I need to talk about freaking Paris again? Alright. Paris. You wanna know what I think about this thing? This thing is bad. Don't use this. Two quad weaknesses has a potential to have a freaking octo weakness to fire if you get the wrong ability. Is slow as hell, so it doesn't really even get a good chance to work with Spore, and it just in general gets outclassed by other Pokemon of the same freaking type that were introduced in this generation. If you wanted a bug grass type so badly, just go back and go get a Swaddle. Go get a or a Swaddler. Just go back to the forest and go get that. It would definitely be worth your time. Hell, if you make the trip now, you can go revive the fossils you picked up in the desert resort if you didn't do that already. So, yeah, I don't have a lot of good things to say about Parasect. It did get some stat changes, but still, this thing is this thing is so slow that you're not gonna really get any benefit out of this thing. It's gonna be dead before you can do anything. I guess if you really are tempted to use this thing because of Spore, either equip the Quick Claw and pray to RNGesus so that you go first and get the Spore off, or just hope that Parasect doesn't get murdered immediately, and then you can get Spore off and then maybe do some damage? Question mark. I don't... Honestly, I don't have anything better I can say about this thing. We're moving on. Moving... And we're moving on to a mod that's actually pretty solid, and one that, well, the internet seems to have a big fantasy about for multiple reasons. Baneri, and by extension, Lopunny. This line is fine. It just makes you luckily getting the Klutz ability isn't a complete death sentence for this thing because that Klutz ability becomes Q Charm when fully evolved. So you don't have to worry about that. Limber will stay as its ability when evolved. And one of the biggest changes for this thing, it actually doesn't start with 0 happiness. It starts with a base of 140 if you catch it in anything other than a luxury ball or a friend ball. Although I don't even think friend balls are in this game, but regardless, this thing will start with a base 140 happiness, which is a hell of a lot more doable. You have Sky Arrow Bridge, you have the bike, you have the massage person, you have everything you need. Go do it. In fact, I'm pretty sure we have access to the Soothe Bell as well. So, you literally have everything you need to evolve this thing pretty quickly. So, all you need to do is just spend one day, like 30 minutes doing leg day, and you're good. This thing also gets Fake Out and Sky Uppercut now, which is nice. It does not get the fighting type though, which is a key thing to note. It is still pure normal. And also you're not gonna get the elemental punches in this game either, so keep that in mind if that was something you were looking forward to doing with this thing. But aside from that, this line is pretty solid. It's not the most powerful normal type out there, but it's a pretty solid middle-of-the-road option if you really... And if it's one of your favorites, then I think I can recommend this thing. Also, this thing also gets Fake Out, which is definitely another nice little neat thing to have. Just a little bit of extra damage this thing can do. Anyway, next up on the list. Oh boy. This freaking thing. I have no idea why Sugar Conroy bashed this thing so hard, specifically when going over it in his bio the first time. Pawniard I think is perfectly usable in its first stage. Granted, yes, it is a first stage mod, but still, I don't see the problem here. Pawniard is fine. I've used a Pawniard in the freaking Elite Four before it evolved, and it was fine. Yes, I did use the Eviolite with it, but still, it was fine. So I don't see the problem here. Although, I guess if you really were bugged by having to wait till level 50 for Pawniard, never fear, Drano's here. Pawniard now evolves at a more reasonable level 37, which is pretty soon on after you can catch this thing. Define and Pressure are really solid. Define are solid if somewhat just average abilities to have. And Bisharp got a nice speed boost as well. Got a nice little speed boost as well, so it might be outspeeding a few more things than it normally would. So that is fine. Aside from that, it really didn't get any. Aside from that, Psycho Cut is a very solid move. Psycho Cut is a good move to have. Sucker Punch is always fun to use. Leaf Blade is great. Leaf Blade is also good to have for extra type coverage, and just getting Night Slash and Iron Defense are nice things to have if you want to try and set up a little bit with some things. Regardless, this line is perfectly fine, and I don't know why Sugar Conroy bashed it as hard as he did. One line I won't criticize him for bashing though is Drifloon. God damn, this thing is a creepy motherfucker if you read its bios. But is it actually a good mon to use? Well, yes and no. It's an HP-oriented tank is the main thing, obviously. Unburden is a very solid ability to have, especially in this generation with all the gems that you can get. So, really, if you want to use this thing, you're probably better off getting him Unburden and getting gems for moves that this line can, for moves of the type that this line can learn. it'll come in handy more than you think, because double speed after burning off your gem, after hitting that hard, that is really clever. This thing actually gets a freaking flying move, special flying move to use too, an air cutter. It's not air slash, but it's something. It also gets shockwave as well as a nice move to have in a situation like this. So hey, I would take it. Destiny Bond and Tailwind, and Hurricane are also other unique moves that this thing can get. I wouldn't want to wait that long for Hurricane, but I guess if you really bring this thing into the late game, I guess that works. Tailwind and Destiny Bond you're probably going to get more use out of it depending on the situation of your team. But still, I think it'll be fine. Regardless, I will have to make a note of its other ability, Flare Boost. If you can set this up, you are set. But good luck doing that. This is one of the few. I think this is one of the few, if only, Pokemon that gets Flare Boost as an ability normally. So good luck setting that up. Although if you can't get it set up, good job. You do have access to the Battle Subway, so you can go buy a Flame Orb if you're semi-good at the Battle Subway. Aside from that, I don't have much else to say. It's just an HP tank, first and foremost. Moving on to the next mon. Oh boy, this thing again. The pig. Feed him to the pig, as a famous line from a cartoon show that is now over. This thing is interesting. Really, not sure what to think of it. It's a decent tank. It's a mix of a tank trying to be a tank, but also trying to be a special tagger, and I don't know what to think about it. It lies somewhere in the middle, and I just don't know what to think about it. Own Tempo is fine, I guess, for an ability. Thick Fat is probably what you want to use for this line in the first place. But again, I don't really have any other opinion on this thing. I haven't really used it a lot. It does get Rainbow Road in terms of moves to use, but aside from that, again, I don't have much else I can say. It's just, I don't know. I would look at its moveset. I would look at its stats and moveset and see if it's something that you're willing to use over other mons. There are other mons that get Thick Fat as well. There are other sucker types that get a lot of type coverage. In fact, we just saw one with Sigalith. But still, this one depends on what you this one I guess comes down to personal preference. Do you want to use this one, or do you think there's something better out there that would better suit your team's needs? This one's up to you. Moving on. Anyway, now with that one out of the way, we're moving on to the next. We're moving on to the. Well, actually, no, we can't. Well, actually, we can access the double battle grass. So I'll try and go through these ones quick. I'll try and go through these as quick as I can, if possible. So yeah, let's do this quickly. Zangoose. This thing is good. This thing is good. Make sure it's got its ability of Toxic Boost, and then just get the BP in the Battle Subway to get the Toxic Orb. You will thank me later. This thing is extremely good now. It has all 3 elemental punches, Night Slash, Final Gambit for a last ditch effort, and Extreme Speed as well. This thing can absolutely tear through teams now, and you definitely don't want it to be on the other side of the field from you, especially if it's poisoned. Just trust me, you don't want that. And since Zangoose is here, by extension, Viper is here, and it got completely gypped compared to its counterpart. I mean, really? You gave this thing Gunk Shot and you didn't give it literally anything else. Why? I don't know. I mean, it does get some pretty good moves to work with. This thing can learn Flamethrower and Earthquake of all things. So, yeah, so it does have some interesting things to work with, but but really? You didn't get, this thing doesn't have anything else? If you're okay with its mediocre stats, then if you're okay with its mediocre stats, then then you can probably make this work, but aside from that, I don't know what else to say on this one. This one kind of got screwed over, which is kind of disappointing. Oh well. Oh well. Maybe in the next one. Maybe in the next one you'll get some better luck. Moving on to the moving on to the next Pokemon. We have a skunk. And it stinks. Not really. This thing is actually somewhat okay. This one's somewhat okay, although it's one of those mons where you look at it and you think like, ugh, who designed this thing? Although, really, this one's okay. It's not as bad as you think it would be. It does get some pretty interesting moves to work with, and if you've played Platinum before, you definitely know how dangerous it is to underestimate this thing. So, I don't know. Stunky and Skunk Tank are fine, I think. They probably aren't as good as something like Drapion that we went over earlier, but it's still a pretty solid one. And again, it's only weak to a ground type. It's only weak to ground. So you got some stuff you can work with there. Oh yeah, this thing can also explode, so there's that as well. Make it that what you will. Make it that what you will, I guess. So yeah. And if Stunky's here, then by extension, Glammeow is also here, and the cats are back, and they didn't really get much either. Honestly, I was kind of hoping they would get more, but really not too much. Perugly got an HP boost, and a slight bit more attack, and really that's it. I guess Limber will become Thick-Fat when evolved, and Ontebble becomes Defiant. But aside from that, this line didn't really get a whole lot to work with here. Another victim of just it's so middle of the road that it didn't really get a whole lot. It doesn't really have a whole lot that you can do without completely breaking the mon. So really, this one you can probably just pass on. Honestly, there are probably better options out there. Unfortunately, the trend of Pokemon that are just mediocre at best, that are just somewhat mediocre continue. Magcargo, Slugma, and Magcargo. This thing is way too goddamn slow. If you really want to use this thing, you need to be ready for this thing to not outspeed anything. Like literally anything. If you aren't ready for that, if you aren't ready to deal with that, you're gonna die. A lot. Like a lot. You're gonna die. So trust me, don't do that. I will say that this line is interesting for Slugma is somewhat notable because it does have the Flame Orb. So if you have a Pokemon that has the ability Guts and you wanted one of those orbs, that's a good chance to get one. They'll be Slugma and Magcargo both hold them 50% of the time. Magcargo though is supposed to be a defensive wall now, I guess. It's supposed to be a defensive wall with decent special attack to boot. But again, it's too slow. It's so slow that there's a pretty good chance you're gonna get outsped and killed by Earthquake or Surf, most likely. Solid Rock is a good ability to have, but again, you're so slow, you're probably gonna die anyway. And Flame Body is an okay ability to have for breeding, but aside from that, if something's making contact with you, if it's not resisted, what are you gonna do? I don't know. This one's also another one that you can chalk up to you can probably use it, but it's probably not a good idea. And besides, there are better Pokemon that have Solid Rock as ability anyway, so pass on this one as well. Vespiquen and Vespiquen and Parasect can be found in the Double Battle Grass, just as a side note. And I think, if I'm correct, I think, yep, we're down to only two. Girafarig. Do you remember this thing existing? No, you don't? Good, I don't blame you for not remembering this thing existing, but because no important trainer uses this thing. But it is I will say, to its credit, Girafarig is actually somewhat okay. It's not the best is it the best mon out? Is it the best psychic type out there? No, not by a long shot. But it's solid enough that it can definitely get the job done if you need a psychic type and you're not sure and you aren't sure what you want to use. Plus, considering that's a normal type as well, it's one of the few psychic types that's just outright immune to Ghost. It's a hard counter to any Ghost types you're gonna deal with. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Elite 4, and in general, it's just kind of one of those weird mons it's such a weird out there mon that it somehow can actually pull it off somewhat well. Got a decent boost to its special attack and speed, so it's actually able to work a bit better than it normally would as well. You've got some things you can work with on this one. Sapsiber is an interesting ability to play around with. Sapsiber might be an interesting ability to work with, and Early Bird helps if you get put to sleep for some reason. So you got that working for you as well. Aside from that, I don't have much else to say. It just might work. It just might work for you. The choice is up to you on this one. So keep it up. And next up on the list, it's Cast Form. Oh god, why? Why is this thing still in the game? Ugh. I know it was a part of the whole weather thing, but Cast Form literally didn't do anything, was not a part of the weather story at all. It just, it got some decent stat boosts, but this thing is just bad. Don't use this. Even if you want to use it on a weather team, just don't. There are way better mods you could use to try and set up weather and benefit from. This is not one of them. Just trust me on this. You really don't want that. You're just gonna just trust me. But yeah. Aside from that, I don't really have nothing else to really report here. Audino, Emolga, Bisharp, and Lopunny can be found in the Shaking Grass. And aside from that, I don't have anything else to say. That is pretty much it here. That is it for Route 16. Made it through all of that. That's one of the three things. That's one of the three things we can get. That's one of the three things we can go to. That's one of the three things done now. But there is a laundry list of other stuff we need to go over at a later point. So yeah. But first of all, I want to point out how ridiculous these battles have been in the corner over here. But yeah, I forgot to bring in Paralyze Heals, and I am paying for that. Giga Drain. You know what? I'll take it. You'll see why. Jolteon. Okay. I need to get the hell out of this gym and go get fit and go get Paralyze Heals after this. God damn it. Don't make this mistake. Avery's evolving though, which is nice. Also apologize for the speed up, but yeah, I just wanted to get through that as fast as I could because god, that was taking forever. Avery has evolved. Our secret weapon for the gym. Alright. Dragon Breath. I know Molgas are a thing, but I do have Trisha for that, so I'm gonna get rid of Rock Tomb. Oh! tempting. You know, this thing doesn't get Dragon Dance normally in this game, and it doesn't get it for another 2 generations after that. I'm gonna go for this. What do I... I can't check your stats. I'm not gonna need a dark move for a while, I don't think, so I'm gonna get rid of Crunch for now. I hope that doesn't bite me in the ass. Okay, I'm just gonna... Can I backtrack out of here? No! Okay, God, what do I hope I can backtrack and get out of here and not have to go through the whole gym to get back. How do I do that? I think I can, actually. Yes. Okay, yes you can. Good. Okay, I'll cut back to where I was after I go heal and go get some paralyzed heals. Be right back. Alright, we are back at this roller coaster again. Back at this roller coaster again, and on we go. Uh, that was not exactly what I was. That was very annoying, but okay. One more battle, and then we're at the gym leader. Let's do this. Also, I just realized I didn't put Avery in the front of my party. Crap. Alright, I probably should have magical leap, but whatever. This should be fine. No, it's not. Oh, confused. Uh-oh. Come on. Alright, hit yourself. Oh, endure. Okay. Alright, and there we go. Alright, level 32. Not bad. Rodom. Oh boy. Avery. In your new form, let's see what happens. What do you have? Which Rotom is regular Rotom? I now wish I had Crunch again. Uh-oh. Ow. Well, I know what I'm doing. Trisha, see, this is up to you. See, I feel that's a good thing at least. My team, some parts of my team have good synergy with each other. Really, the only one that doesn't, the only ones that don't have synergy at the moment, the only one that doesn't really have synergy at the moment is Ampharos. Well, actually, no, wait, never mind, I'm wrong. Ampharos does now. It's a good. Ampharos is able to beat. Ampharos is there to help deal with flying types a bit, and help deal with water types as well, or anything with Ice Beam. And it also is a good pivot and it's also a good way to pivot to pivot to Avery if needed, because Avery is immune to ground. So yeah. Anyway. Oh, I missed. Quick Claw, nice. That Quick Claw has been a really good item to have on Trisha so far. And the Rotom is just going for Uproar still. Cool. I'll take it. I just need to kill it. Alright. And they should do it. Oh, come on. Okay. Am I faster now? No, I'm not. Alright. Got him. Emolga. I'm gonna stay in on this. Air Slash. And Rock Tomb. Okay. Yes! Nice! And I got the actually hit it. Good. Level 36 for Avery. Not bad at all. I will take that. Alright. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna hit this button as well. And before we go, I need to look at I need to check. What do I want to do here? Alright, heal you up. And heal up Avery. I need to think about this. Alright, I'm gonna give Scope Lens to Royale for this. Scope Lens for that. Eviolite to Avery. I know I have Hidden Power Fighting. Big Root would be nice, but I don't think that's really worth it. Sauce. I know Ambrose can learn Dig, I think. So can you. Hold on. Can I... Let me check something. No, not that. You can't learn it. I don't need Takedown, honestly. I know Takedown's an okay move, but I probably don't need it for this fight. Do I really need to... In that case, if that's the case, then I don't need the Quick Claw then. Alright. There's a lot of thinking that you need to do for these fights sometimes. You're holding a King's Rock, that's not gonna help. You get the Quick Claw. Alright. Actually, wait. Who do I want to lead with for this? Let me think. I'm trying. I'm sorry for delaying this. I'm genuinely trying to make sure. I'm genuinely trying to make sure that that we're good here. I'm genuinely trying to make sure that I don't make a mistake here. What do my stats look like? Hardy. I'm gonna leave. I think I'll leave it. I think I'll leave it as. I was thinking about doing Rock Tomb. I think I'll leave it. I'll leave it. I'm gonna leave with Fate. I think I'll leave with Avery for. Actually. Yeah, I think I'll leave with Avery for that. Oh, alright. Gardevoir. You get. Screw it. Screw it. You'll get the King's Rock for this. Alright, you get the King's Rock. I think I'm good. I think I'm okay with this. Let's see if I can do this. Did the fantastic speed leave you dizzy? My beloved Pokemon will make the next one will be the next one to make your head spin. Let's do this! Elisa! Luckily, this is a single battle. No gimmicks no gimmick with this one this time. She just has it just does 6 on 6. It's just a 6. Well, I guess in my case 6 on V5, but whatever. She's gonna lead off with an Emolga, level 36 with static for its ability, Wild Charge, U-turn, Acrobatics, and Roost. So, I'm just leading off with this strictly for the fact that what the hell? Okay, EVLI my. Okay, cool. I was about to say EVLI my ass. That did so much damage. Alright, I'm gonna switch then. I'm gonna switch into Trisha here. That's not exactly how I was intending that to go, but okay. Alright, Rock Tomb. Ah, she's gonna potion. Or she might kill herself on recoil. Nope. She's gonna potion. I'm gonna Iron Defense. Alright, so I'm +2 defense now, which is nice. Rock Tomb. Alright. Wild Charge, that's gonna help with the chip damage at least. Alright. I'll have 1 Rock Tomb left, which is fine, I guess. I could have gone back and healed for that, but really, I just needed Rock Tomb for this. Alright. Alright. Ampharos. I'm gonna go with Royale on this one. Alright. Alright, Lead Seed. Get some Lead Seed so we get that at least. Con Guard, I should have figured. So you're gonna have stupidly high defense now, but that's okay as long as I can just chip you down. I do have the scope lens, so if I can get a crit, that would be great. Speak of the devil, I got it, and I got paralyzed. Okay. Okay, where does Elisa put you? Just outside the red. Do I want to do... I don't know if she's going to heal her. I'm going to remove my paralysis on the assumption she doesn't potion. She missed the focus blast, which is nice. Alright. Alright. You didn't potion again. Good. I probably should have done Twister just in case I got static again, but we're good. Level 35. Manetric. Also, I didn't even go over what Ampharos had. Sorry. Ampharos had static for its abilities you saw. Thunderbolt, Charge, Focus Blast, Con Guard. Manetric coming in. It's got static as well with Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Flamethrower, and Attract, surprisingly enough, as its moves. All of your moves are special, so I'm gonna try and see if I can set up Combine, stupidly enough. If I could set that up, I might be okay, because the only one that I would be worried about at that point is the Zeb Striker. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try and get away with this. Nope, you're yeeting yourself out of there immediately. Into what? Galvantula. I should have figured. Alright. I think I'll be okay to live anything you do, unless you get assuming you don't get a crit. Galvantula is level 36, got Compound Ice for its ability. Why wouldn't it? Thunder, Volt Switch, Signal Beam, Energy Ball are its 4 moves. So the main thing you gotta watch out for is that the fact that it'll be probably spamming Thunder unless you resist it or it chooses to do something else. In this case, I'm hoping it does something else, which it did. Question is, nope, didn't live it. Okay. Well, it's worth trying that. Oh god, I just realized Ampharos has literally no good moves I can use for this. Okay, in that case, Ampharos, you're gonna be a pivot here. I have an idea, I just need to be able to live a hit. I can't do anything here, so Signal Beam. And my hidden power is useless as well, so that doesn't help. Heal up Avery as well. Alright, I'm dead next turn regardless, so... just as a precaution, I'll use a revive here as well. Energy Ball, figured. That's why I wanted to heal, though. It's got Energy Ball, so I'm slightly worried about sending in one of these two, and Signal Beam's obviously a bad idea. It's obviously a bad thing, too. Alright, I'm gonna go for... Plan is simple. Go for Rock Tomb, lowered speed, then either switch or get KO'd. Oh god, you're going for Thunder. Yep, there's the sturdy. I missed! And that was my last Rock Tomb. Crap. Maybe I can live a Signal Beam at full health. And you're yeeting yourself out of there too. Let me guess. You're gonna switch into Raichu? Yep. Her Raichu, level 36 with static. Wild Charge, Volt Switch, Grass Knot, Focus Blast are its 4 moves. Royal, you're my best bet for this. Uh-oh. That's gonna hurt. Ow. Please don't do that again. You're not gonna hit it. You're not gonna hit 2 in a... You are gonna hit 2 in a row. Great! That's fun. Why did you hit... Why you hit... Why, of course the AI would hit 2 in a row. Why wouldn't it? I should have expected that, honestly. The AI can and will hit multiple Focus Blasts in a row. Alright, you know what? I'm just gonna... Okay, cool, you're eating yourself out of there. Great. into, let me guess, Galvantula again? Yep. Same situation, same, okay, I have slightly more health this time. Maybe I can live a hit. Maybe I can live a hit this, oh, you're yeeting yourself out as well. Cool. Well, at least I'm gonna get chip damage on whatever you send in, I guess. Which is, what? Manectric again. Okay. Okay, that did over hat. Let me guess, you're gonna also yeet yourself out of here. Alright, that didn't do a lot of damage. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna... Alright, Signal Beam. Do I live this? Yes. That's good. That's good to know. Alright, okay, I'm hoping she goes for Volt Switch, which will do less damage than anything else it does, or yes, okay, good. I might be able to kill something. I might be able to start killing stuff. Freaking course. I knew I was playing with fire by going for that, and I was still confident that nothing bad would happen. Okay, well, you can't attract me. What are you gonna do? Thunderbolt. If you paralyze me, nope, never mind. Okay. Oh god. Okay, you know what? Side beam. Let's just get a KO. I'm just gonna try some. Alright. Into what? Okay, good. I get a free hit on you. I'm just gonna go for it. Hopefully +2's enough. Yes! Nice! 2020 experience. Okay. I'm out of healing items, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna see what happens. Volt Switch. That won't do a lot. What are you gonna switch to? Raichu again. Well, I know what Raichu has. Wild Charge. Okay, this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt, but it should lead to a KO for me. Okay. Crap. I hope the Eviolite's enough. I'm not gonna spam revives. I won't spam revives here. If I get knocked out, I'll accept it. But yeah, let's see what happens. Focus. Oh god, this is gonna hurt. No. Okay, I'm surprised. At least the Eviolite mattered. Okay, does this kill? Got him. Manectric. Your best damage dealing move is Flamethrower. You cannot attract me. Please don't kill. Wow! I know I'm not gonna outspeed this Strike it, but hey, at least this is something. Alright, how much? Alright. Oh no! For a sec I was getting hope. I was starting to get hopeful that maybe I could pull it off. Oh man. I tried. Valiant effort, Avery. Valiant effort. Oh well. I'll try again. I'll try again next time, but I mean, at least for not playing Blaze Black and for not playing Volt White in quite a while, and to get that close, I'll take it. I'll take it despite the circumstances. I'll take it. I'll take that for the circumstances at hand. Yeah, I'll buy more hyper potions, and and I think off screen. I think off. Well, not. I guess sort of off screen. I'm gonna go. I might do a tiny bit of training. I might do a tiny bit of training off screen. Royal's really close to leveling up, which is the thing. I normally like to show evolutions on screen, so what I might do is that I might do something to just record Royal evolving during training, if that's the case. But yeah, anyway, aside from that, I will catch you guys next time, I guess. It's good to be back, but man, I've got some work to do. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.